Guys, we have the protester from Blake Lively's premiere. Also, what's up with Lori Feig? We got to discuss. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I've been live with Colonel Kurtz is here. Welcome back, Kurtz. You just passed 100,000 subscribers. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I was on your show when this happened because you and I have been in this through the long haul, so to speak. And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
We go way back. If you haven't subscribed, let's get her even way past. Colonel Kurtz, she does a lot of good commentary as well. And you had the guts to go out to South by Southwest with this full ensemble. Blake lied. Justice for Justin. Blake lied. It was interesting, the coverage that came out. Blake Lively hit with a protester outside, et cetera, et cetera. What was your biggest surprise of how the media covered this thing you did?
I was shocked that I made the front page top story of the Daily Mail, and even more shocked that I was breaking news. And there was one point where when I looked at the Daily Mail website, there were 3 different pictures of me, 3 different versions of the story headlines. You had me breaking news, and then there was a featured story, and then there was the row of stories all the way to the right. And I just thought, my God,
doing what I did, yes.
This is crazy. And
yeah, we have more footage of you here. If you can watch, go to Kurtz's channel and you can see the whole shenanigans as she was there. If you want to get more insight of how she actually did you. Oh, the other side said something else.
Well, it just said share your thoughts, because originally I was trying to, as I said, I didn't think I was going to get a lot of media coverage. I was just there to do interviews for my channel. And so I thought, well, this will entice people maybe to come over and talk to me. So yeah, I had 2 sides.
Smart.
There. But
it's weird because you have a lot of there's how early was this? It seems like actually, you got pretty good access.
Yeah. So
was that Henry Gold? So he saw it.
I assume that several of them did, honestly, and I really think that Blake Lively heard me because, and I have this video in my video as she's coming down the line there, like where you see Henry. People were yelling super, super loud, but there was a brief break and a moment when the yelling died down, and I screamed, "Justice for Justin!" And I know she heard it, and then I continued to scream it as she was walking down the line. I didn't follow her or anything.
Did you try to get like autographs on your sign from the other cast members?
Oh man, no, but I did say as Anna Kendrick was walking the line, I did say, "We love you, Anna. I'm sorry you had to work with Blake." I screamed that several times. Of course, now that I hear from you that Anna Kendrick might be a nightmare as well, so I don't know. But.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Oh, hello.
Anna, we'll go down a bite.
Oh, I love how they put like a martini glass in front of you. It seems placed on purpose.
Oh no, I didn't always get the best. I didn't always get the best footage. I've got some great footage of.
I'm sorry you had to work with Blake.
I'm sorry. I think she would have enjoyed that, to be honest. She probably enjoyed. Do you think there was a slight, regardless of whether she's mean or not, I bet you she enjoyed seeing someone there calling her out. What do you think?
I think she heard it. Yeah, I think that they heard me when and actually those were the only 2, Anna and Blake, that I yelled at. Oh, here it comes. You see Blake.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, she got close to you. Wow, she really. I'll give her credit. She came up close.
Here it comes.
That security guard has his eye on you. Oh, did someone push you away? Oh, that's loud.
I think
did someone like push you back?
No, it was just there was so much of a crush of people at that moment because she was the main celebrity, and so when she showed up, there were people who were just kind of standing around that moved in. You can't hear it quite as well in that, but I think it's a different part. I captured a little bit at the beginning of my video too. You can hear, but I think it was there were people yelling, but I think she probably heard me. And then when she walked away, when Blake did. The screaming died down, and I started screaming it again a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and I'm sure she heard it. But who knows? Maybe it didn't make an impression. She was probably so focused on Paul Feig's wife, her #1 fan.
Well, thank you for the cue, because that's where I really wanted to talk and get your thoughts on. Because yeah, you saw her across. You were saying you thought she genuinely was a fan. You didn't know it was Paul Feig, the director's wife.
No, in fact, she was okay. First of all, she was right across from me, and so in this area where Blake is, it was roped off on two different sides. So I was on the other side, not too far away, and I was directly facing Paul Feig's wife. And I remember looking at her, and I think she had a friend with her, and the way that they were hopping up and down and excited, even when Blake wasn't there, just in general, just acting like really like kind of crazed fans. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, they've got some really excited middle-aged female fans here.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm curious your thoughts, because there was a part of me that was like, I can't be super mad at Paul Feig because he's got a movie to promote and he's starring with two clearly very difficult actors. And I couldn't fault him for trying to dunk on one of his actors in a movie he's promoting. You know what I mean? I had no real issue. But more and more has come out where he's sort of out there calling people it's not true, you're a liar. And I'm like, dude, I know it's not true. I've talked to someone, Kurtz, from Another Simple Favor, who told me it was a nightmare. These two hate each other. Now, he seems to be the diva whisperer and got them to sort of work because he clearly is a nice enough guy to respect them both, right? And not call them out for the wenches they are. But whatever, like as a director, fine. He's got to make the piece, etc. But the more and more I see him out there, like sort of spreading lies and trying to avoid, to try to deny that there was drama on set, the more and more I dislike. And now learning that his wife is out there on social media saying these things, it's why. So not only was she like seemingly faking to be a fan for a selfie. Yeah, as she's pretending to be a fan. But now she's going in and making comments and getting it way more personal. So I'll start with the less egregious. Love people that post lies and then are too cowardly to allow replies, all bots. Literally, girl, you're replying. You're literally replying. What are you talking about? Why don't you focus on what's important in the world? Wake up! Get out of the basement and see what's happening in democracy. Are you woman-hating Trumpers? Like, what? Get out of the basement!
No, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm so tired of this just seems to be the theme this week between Taylor Lorenz and Paul Feig's wife. Of course, I know this is an old comment, between Taylor Lorenz and Paul Feig's wife, and then you've got that Caroline Kwan as well, and they're all parroting the same line, which is that if you are vocally pro Baldoni, anti Blake Lively, you must be a crazed Trumper. I'm so tired of that.
I don't know why it's political. They're doing that because they're desperate.
Yes.
And that's what's frustrating here. And also, get out of the basement. That's what Blake shoved Justin into, is the basement.
The irony. Literally. Well, do you think, this kind of righteous indignation that the Feigs are demonstrating, do you think that Blake Lively just has them totally snowed and manipulated?
Clearly, you look at this last one, this is the one that really unnerved me. I went on a bigger rant during the live. If you watch the full show over on Patreon, you can catch it along with supporting our documentary, etc. But look at this one. Blake was the victim here. Get the facts. Justin's wife is probably horrified by her husband. I'm shocked by this because it's like, one, girl, you weren't there, Lori Feig, whatever how you say your name. You weren't there. So how dare you? And I love it. She's like, his wife is probably, because she clearly doesn't know. His wife's probably horrified. Bitch, take his wife's name out your mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the lowest denominator you can go to. And it's so disrespectful. And you completely lose the argument. And now you're the toxic troll, not whoever's bothering Blake or you. So to Mrs. Kayasco, who got this comment, it just shame on her. Absolutely shame on her. I'm disgusted by this, that they're bringing in Justin's wife. And it's like, keep her out of it. She's not out there making comments. She shouldn't be involved in this at all. Does this bother you as much as well?
Yeah, it bothers me. And the aggression here and the sense of self-righteousness, when you're right, there is a whole dimension of this that she has no idea about. And to just assume, to me too, this is what irritates me, Andy, is the laziness on her part to not investigate Justin Baldoni's claims, because now there are two major lawsuits that Justin Baldoni has filed, and you can go into those lawsuits and you can see that not only does he provide a ton of credible evidence, way more actual evidence than Blake does, but that he offers a very compelling retort to Blake's claims. And so to me, this is somebody, what Lori Feig is showing us is that she hasn't even bothered to investigate the other side, or she wouldn't be talking this way with this kind of bluster. This is someone who doesn't know what's going on and has just heard Blake Lively's sob story, no doubt.
Yeah, and look, and I said it earlier too. I went on a rant too, because it's like, look, I appreciate loyalty. Like I do. You should be there by your friends, but you also still need to call out your friends. the best of friends will call you out privately while still supporting you and helping you get back on the right track. So you're right. There could be a version of this where she's been sold a bill of goods, but in a weird way, I'm like, all right, well, she's at least supporting her friend. She shouldn't be bringing Justin's wife in. She took it too far. But all of it is better than this bozo who literally supports Blake and then refuses to support Blake again, and now is caught wearing the same pin, and everyone's like, oh, maybe he supports it. And he goes out and a dum-dum, this absolute dum-dum is sort of, oh, were you trying to do a secret message?
Honestly, no.
Fuck no.
No. I wish I could say there was. That was a total happenstance. I woke up in the morning and saw an article, and I was like, oh, damn. I literally had no idea. I had an idea. I wanted to wear like a floral brooch of some kind, and that was the color I liked the best. And lo and behold, someone also wore that prior to me wearing it. So yeah.
Someone, Kurtz,
Can I just say that, no offense to frat boys, but Brandon Sklenar gives off the ultimate frat boy energy in this. I don't know, dude. I did. I don't know. I just saw it.
Wait, I got it. Well, I don't know. I'm just drinking my aviation gin. There's some guy, gave it to me. And, he's accusing some other guy of some really terrible thing. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. This guy's the worst. Like, have some backbone, dude. Pick a damn side.
He has none. I don't know. And he doesn't come across as being very bright here. But then I've seen other interviews where I think he seems sharp. Like when Blake Lively, in that interview, she tried to get him to say how wonderful she was, why he fell in love with her on set. And he's like, oh, I'm just a good actor. I did like that. But no, I don't know what this is. He has been, and look, you're probably aware of this, right? But Brandon Sklenar, he gave so many mixed signals on this brooch thing. I mean, our friend Citizen Journalist was pointing this out, how earlier in the day, he's saying this, like, long live the brooch. And then later in the day, he's saying he didn't know about it. And all, like, it's just so confusing.
1,000%. It's so weird. And shout out to Citizen Journalist and you also, because for those of you who are unaware, Colonel Kurtz, check out the Watch channel, but you guys are also instrumental in getting that Ari Emanuel audio, which we almost lost forever. If it wasn't for you guys sort of doing better, doing the journalism to follow through and get it. I know the journalist who gave it to you doesn't want to be named, et cetera, and all that, and we won't, but still, you managed to follow up and get that Ari tape, which was massive. I just had a video with a lawyer I taped last week, but talked about how big that clip is. It is a smoking gun for Justin, because and other lawyers I interviewed during our doc, which we were out in LA this week, all mentioned like how bad that is for Blake.
Really?
Because it shows damages.
Oh, okay.
It shows like the real malice and damages, like, because in order to win, either side has to show what have they lost. Are they really, because Blake's saying she lost all this money due to the failed hair care launch, but it's like, well, yeah, was it actually the movie though? Or was it just a bad brand? Was nobody wanting to buy it? There's a million reasons it could be. You have to show they weren't buying it because of the bad press. But to show Ari Emanuel on audio saying, oh yeah, I fired them because of Justin and because of Ryan and Blake, because I'm ride or die. It's like, that's real damages. He lost, now he can show all the gigs and things that he's losing, he and Wayfarer, and the amount of money that is. And there's real damages now to be able to quote, you know what I mean?
Are you shocked? First of all, two things. Are you shocked that Ari Emanuel said that? And then secondly, do you think there's any way that tape getting lost, so to speak, that video getting lost was an honest mistake?
I've looked into it. I'm really torn, because could he have faked it? Yes. Could he have actually asked somebody to do that? Yes. At the same time, could it have been an accident? Yes. It could have been.
Right.
So it's like, depends how conspiracy driven you want to be. Right. Clearly recorders were allowed to tape it, so he knew it could come out. So that makes me more leaned at, well, he must not have really shut it down. And then the audio engineers, everybody involved, don't want to be seen as bad. So I'm sure they would get paid off. I don't know. The whole thing, it's a harder thing to shut it down than I think people realize. But is it possible? Absolutely. Why? Where do you think?
I don't know. I guess, Andy, the thing that just keeps bugging me, and I said this on my show, is that as soon as I read, because as you'll remember, before we got the audio, there was just the reports from witnesses there of what Ari Emanuel said. And as soon as I read those witness reports and read about what he supposedly said, my first thought was, there's no way this is going to come out. This is not going to come out. Something's going to happen. They're going to say they lost it, something like that. And so when it actually happened, it was just, to me, it was just such a confirmation of what I was already telling myself was going to happen. And I'm just like, this is just, I'll say this, it's a crazy coincidence if it was, and it totally could be. And I don't want to make assumptions, but it's a crazy coincidence that the one time in the history of the show, and the host said in his entire professional history that something like this has happened, is when the most important, one of the most important, most powerful men in Hollywood has just said something legally incriminating. I don't know. I don't know.
I can't deny that. I get it why people think it. I get it. It looks bad. Well, there you go. What an amazing show. I want to thank Colonel Kurtz. Go subscribe to her and make sure, if you haven't already, support, no, not him, this, our Patreon. If you go to the collections, if you remember, you'll be able to watch our production diaries from the shoot this past week, as well as our Meghan Markle doc, and a lot more. The Blake Lively doc will eventually be here. So stay tuned. All your support is helping us do more investigative documentaries, and I'm so excited to present the new doc for you. We got so much last week, a lot more to go. I think you guys are gonna be very excited. If you haven't already, though, make sure you hit subscribe here, hit the bell for all alerts, smash the like button as well, and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Appreciate all you guys so much. You guys are the best. So glad to be back. We got a lot more coming your way. So stay tuned here on Popcorn Planet. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again for watching.